Beth, you were just saying something about my little girl, so what is going on? Answer me.
Nothing's going on, Hope. Okay, I just stopped by because, well, actually, Flo and her mom, they're moving in with Eric and Quinn, so
You were just talking about Beth. Why?
Flo and I were just saying how hard losing Beth had to be on you. I mean, we couldn't even imagine what you've been going through these past few months. You're just such an inspiration, Hope. I mean, seriously, the strength that you've shown alone
Stop. Is that true, Flo? Or is there something else?
So I just talked to Steffi.
Yeah. She and the girls should be home any day now.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine how much you miss them, especially after I had to pull you away from your visit.
Well, I mean, who knew what Thomas really had in mind when he said, "Oh, hope's going to be in good hands" while I was in Europe? Yeah. Thanks for the heads up, by the way.
Of course. I can't believe he honestly thought he could get away with it. I mean, using how much you miss your girls to, like, twist that somehow into convincing Hope that Thomas and Douglas are better suited for her. It's just ridiculous.
100%. The guy's not even trying to hide it. He's full on making a play for my wife.
I know Thomas is going through a lot right now, especially after his son lost his mother, but breaking up your marriage is completely selfish.
At least he's honest about what he's up to.
When I found out from Sally what he was planning, I almost went over there and kicked his ass myself.
That would have been fun to see, actually. No, but I'm glad you let me handle it.
Admit it, you want to take a swing at him when you were there. Yep, see?
Mm-hmm. You know what I'd love even more, though? Is if Thomas actually focused on Douglas and being the best father he can be instead of fixating on Hope.
Exactly.
Listen, maybe he'll surprise me. Maybe. But I doubt it. I trust Thomas about as far as I can throw him.
No mother ever wants to think they might not be around for their child, but if something happens to me and I can't be there for Douglas.
Hope, please, just tell me what is going on. We were talking about Beth. We were talking about how awful we feel, about how awful I feel. I felt sad for you before, but now knowing that we're family,
It
just
makes it harder for Flo. I mean, she's wishing that she could take your pain away, but knowing how impossible that is, given everything.
I am so sorry, Hope. I really am. What happened to you should never have happened. Sorry, I really am. I shouldn't have reacted like that. I guess I'm just, still pretty raw when people talk about Beth. So, I know you guys have been so understanding and supportive throughout all this, and you especially, Flo. I'm sorry. Losing Beth is the hardest thing I have ever had to go through. So I guess when I hear her name, I can still get emotional.
Of course. It's, totally understandable.
And was such a part of me. And I never want to forget that.
Yeah, no one could.
Will you please tell Quinn that I'll stop by later to look at her ideas?
I know what you're feeling, Flo. Hey, I'm feeling it too,
You
but...
heard her. She's never gonna get past losing her little girl. That loss is always gonna be with her. She's never gonna be able to fully move on. I just wish that they could know the truth.
You know what? I don't need to dwell on Thomas. He's not worth my time.
Yeah, but talking things out could be good, dude.
Yeah, well. Speaking of which, have you and Sally talked since you moved out?
Dude, that was her choice to go. That was her choice.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Totally. But how hard did you try to stop her?
Oh, come on. You know what happened. She chose Thomas over me.
I know, and it was a betrayal of your trust.
Exactly. She decided to be his confidant in this whole plot to break up your marriage, and I'm not about that.
Well, listen, obviously I'm not thrilled about it either, but I don't know, you and Sally had a really good thing going. Are you sure you're ready to throw that away?
I don't know. I like to think of it as a reevaluating my relationship.
What does reevaluating mean?
Just that I'm not going to make any rash decisions. You know, where Sally and I go from here, or...
Hold on. Where does Flo fit into all this? Does she know that Sally moved out?
Yeah, we had a long talk about it.
Yeah, and?
We had a long talk about it.
Oh my God. Okay, if you're not gonna tell me,
Tell you
fine.
that Flo and I kissed?
You serious?
Yeah. And we just, I don't know, we're deciding to take it slow, and I want to take her out on a date and see where it leads.
You never really got over Flo, did you?
No. I mean, she was my first love, and I was hers. You know, she's just easy to trust, and I'm starting to realize that hasn't changed. I doubt it ever will.
You can't keep doing this, Flo. You've got to get a hold of yourself. We made a pact.
Zoe, what are you doing here?
Hope just left. Yeah, we had a close call with her. Didn't we?
What kind of close call? Sweetheart, what happened? Please.
Whenever she's around Hope, and Hope gets emotional about her little girl, Flo's ready to confess the truth about Beth. Look, I'm sorry, but I don't trust her to keep this secret. She doesn't even trust herself to keep it. And that's why I keep telling the two of you to go back to Vegas so we can just...
No, absolutely not. Flo and I are staying put, right here.
I'm so sorry.
Dr. Buckingham! I need to see my baby!
You okay? You're reliving that night, aren't you? The night you lost your little girl.
Is that obvious?
You were thinking of Beth?
Yeah, I try not to think about that night, but then something happens and I'm back in that hospital, stuck in the middle of a tragedy that I can't seem to get over.
Yeah, I understand. I've been thinking about my own tragedy. Well, mine and Douglas's. You know, what losing Caroline has done to both of our lives. Something arrived today. It is a box of Caroline's personal items. It's upstairs in my bedroom. I was uneasy about opening it, not sure what I'd find.
Does Douglas know about the box?
No, he was outside playing when it came. I figured I'd wait till he was asleep to open it, and he's in dreamland now, so. Well, like I said, I was unsure of what's inside, so, would it be okay if, would you be there when I open the box?
Of course I will. You don't have to face that alone, Thomas.
Thank you.
You're making a mistake. Both of you. Getting close to Hope and the Logans, now the Forresters. I mean, it's like you guys are just tempting fate.
Oh, please. Nobody's tempting fate. I'm well aware of the stakes.
Then remind your daughter. Because it seems that Flo can't remember that.
Would you please shut up about all of this? You act like I'm gonna give everything away at any given moment when you are just as guilty.
Guilty of what?
Coming here tonight to check on me like you love to do, and almost giving everything away in the process. If Hope had come here just a minute earlier, she would
But
have
she
heard.
didn't. Basically, all she heard was Beth's name mentioned. Okay, and we talked our way around the rest. Hope still doesn't suspect a thing.
And yet you keep ragging on my daughter that she can't keep this a secret. When apparently you're the one we should be concerned about. Why don't you leave LA and go back to England? Go live with your father, the baby switcher.
Shh. Are you crazy? God, you are lucky no one is home.
Exactly. That's why you don't bring this up again.
Fine. But I still think you're playing with fire by staying in LA. The Forresters and the Logans would understand if you just said that you were homesick for Vegas, and that Flo was moving back with you, so you could just...
Forget it. We're not going anywhere. Flo has a huge future here. And she has reunited with the love of her life.
I hear what you're saying, how important trust is in a relationship.
Oh, but you still feel for Sally. Like, this whole situation that she got herself in with Thomas is ridiculous.
Oh, okay, but Thomas never should have put her in that position in the first place.
She made that choice. She chose to put our relationship at risk.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Thomas, please.
Okay.
You think he got the message that Hope's off limits?
I don't know, bro. I told him to back off, like point blank, back off. But what am I gonna do? He knows how vulnerable Hope is, and he's obviously gonna keep using that to brainwash her into being Douglas's new mom, just so that he can have her for himself.
Knowing Caroline and how much she adored Douglas, I'm guessing that there's something really important in here. Thanks for being here when I open it.
I know my father's to blame for all of this.
To
but he's-
blame? Zoe, what your dad did was unconscionable. If Steffi knew that she was raising Hope's child, if she knew that she was raising Beth, she would give her back in an instant. She wouldn't want to keep her. And then Hope and Liam could finally have the family they always wanted, this life that they always dreamed of. But instead, we are here. We are here keeping this horrible secret, this secret that is going to destroy their lives. ruin their marriage.
Should I open it?
I think so.
It's crazy seeing her handwriting again. No mother ever wants to think she might not be around for her child. But if something happens to me and I can't be there for Douglas, I have a dream that there's a woman out there who needs a child, who needs a son as much as he needs her. A woman Douglas will see as his mother. A woman who will bring him much happiness, who will find much happiness in loving a little boy. I see a family in my absence. A family that is everything my son and this woman deserve. I see this woman filling Douglas's life with great joy. A woman who will bring him love as he will bring her love. That's my hope for my son's future. Hope, you okay?
Caroline's letter, it's so beautiful and moving, and I mean, it's almost as if she knew. This woman that she talks about, this woman out there that needs a child, I feel like Caroline means me. I think I could be that woman.